Show podcast. I am Scott Tomasso. That's Sam Labrati. This is Sam Vatuk, and that is also me,
Scott Tomasso.
No,
don't ever threaten me like that.
That's
we have two of them, huh?
That is Chad.
Chad, you just forgot
Chad.
your brothers. And
You were thinking for a second.
Chad. So
Chad.
it's a quick show today, so we got to get really get into it here.
I just have one quick question before we get started.
Go ahead.
Chad, are you a dangling Chad?
No, that would be a hanging Chad.
You're not a dangling part of it?
He might be dangling, but that's just an inappropriate question.
Moving along.
This is a family show.
All right, so today, what are we talking about today, Sema?
We are going to talk about London.
England?
Well,
We're gonna hang out and talk about London all day.
the topic is top 10 things I learned in London. And
Right.
the reason we are having this topic because you both gentlemen were in London as well as we were as well. But
Yes. So everybody here has been to London at some point in their life.
Yes.
At some point.
I lived there for a little bit.
Chip, chip, cheerio.
Sema lived there.
Yeah.
Sema lived in England. It wasn't. Did you live in London?
Mainly Brighton. Brighton
it's all the
area.
same.
It's beautiful.
Brighton rocks.
I love Brighton.
All right. So this is a list that was compiled by Chad and I. Well, mainly Chad, while we were out in London. And I'm gonna put it all on you.
My goal is just not to offend anybody.
So here we go. We're gonna start with the 10 things we learned. Of course, we already knew this, but just to kind of help you guys out if you ever go to London, here are the 10 things you're gonna learn when you go to London. Let's start us off there, Sam.
All right. The first one is if you are going to take a leak, then I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm saying this.
If you're going
to take a leak, then expect to go downstairs. They say all the time.
Downstairs.
So you tell us why.
Well, you have to definitely give the details on this. But no matter where you go, it's a pub, a restaurant, doesn't matter. The toilets are downstairs.
They build up and down in London.
So they
It's
build
not
over.
out. It's not wide out.
Are you,
It's up and down, and it's old.
Are you telling us that they built the place over a?
I think they
Shazam?
start with the shit.
the Shazam.
Start with the shit, and then you build stuff over it.
Isn't that how we do things in America
Well,
too? Right?
it's,
No, we usually just shit on
Old school
things after we
architecture.
built it.
You can go down to Hollywood Boulevard and find people shitting outside all the time.
That's right.
But the side note would
That's
be
true.
Unfortunately.
But
incredible architecture.
the other thing on that is we also should say that you have to mind your head.
You have to
Because
mind your head.
It's like
As well
going
as the gap.
it's like going into a tunnel or a hole to get downstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mind
it-
the gap. You mind the.
Mind the hole.
What's going south?
What are we talking about?
But I just knocked it down.
Sam's like, what the hell are we talking about?
If
right
you go to London, you will.
So
know.
basically, expect to go downstairs to take a crap or a leak, and make sure you watch your head.
Yes.
Because if you're over 5'5", you're probably gonna hit it, and that's everywhere. That's everywhere.
Because
Everywhere.
Londoners used to be short, right?
Well, I think everybody used to be short at some point, right?
Yeah.
Shorter.
I was shorter
Well, I
when
mean,
I
I
was
was a
younger.
kid, I suppose. All right, number two.
I grew out of it.
Number two.
But
All right, number 2. If you are single and looking for hot babes, don't come to London. I think that's unfair, guys. Come on.
Scott did that one.
I did not
Why
do
would
that.
you say that? Explain.
First of all, that's not what I said.
can you blame England completely?
But you have to no, because you know this. For an example, this last time we were in the kind of like the touristy area, I suppose you could call it that.
Trafalgar Square.
Yeah, so we were there,
Trafalgar Square,
and it's a lot of tourists, so you can't. It's hard to distinguish between the Londoners and the people who are just visiting.
So are you trying to tell us
That
it's
being
easy?
said,
By their teeth, can't you tell by their teeth?
it was.
See?
Oh boy!
Here it comes.
boy.
We should have an email that people can message.
If you'd like to get a hold of Sam Labrati,
You guys have tweet handles. So
At the end.
You
At the
can
end.
tweet me
They're
nothing. I
Twitter
ever read
So
them,
anyway,
I don't
are you
Twitter.
trying to tell us
Tweet.
it's easy to figure out the people from London, all the international
listen,
people? Is
it
that
was
what you're trying to
probably
tell
a
us?
bad week in London because there weren't
it was
very
a bad
many.
week.
but we should be on number 5, by the way. Just saying.
All right, move on to number 3.
All right.
And we love London, by the way. That has nothing to do with this.
And the
It was just a
people.
bad weekend.
Look at my T-shirt. It's the Beatles.
That's what
Exactly.
Yeah, Liverpool.
All right, number 3.
Liverpool.
All right.
Oops.
Number 3 is Starbucks is just as annoying in London as it is in the States, only they don't serve iced tea. I guess that's
That's
you.
more. That's more.
What the hell?
All right, so the last part was
there
for
you
me.
go.
I love iced
There
tea,
you go.
so they didn't have iced tea. Every other corner, we'll say, had a Starbucks, which I thought was pretty amazing.
But nobody had iced tea.
Starbucks is taking over.
They are
They're slowly taking over.
They're everywhere.
It seems like they're more prevalent this time than the last
So
time.
do you have to order a grande, a venti, and a who know what the hell it is?
Yes, they even have a higher.
You
They even have
order
a bigger
tea
size.
with milk. That's what their special deal.
What? What? You want a milk? What?
Just let her.
Earl Grey with like a.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
All right. So the bottom line is that they don't serve tea, even though that's
It's
like
a
one of the big
cultural.
things. Right.
I would-
Iced tea.
Is that because cultural? Yes, I would think so.
All right. Move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, side note would be just really quickly. Iced tea is very popular in US because it's a cultural thing. They don't like
All
it,
right,
they like
thanks
their
for the side note.
tea with milk. Yeah.
Whatever she said.
All right. Number four is tipping your bartender is like slapping your mother. Who said that?
So, I mean, this is the. I don't know if this is well known or not. I'm assuming everybody kind
They
of
don't
knows
tip
this.
in it?
There's no tipping.
Well, here's
You
the thing.
can, but
it's kind of hard to
an insult?
explain. Well, it kind of felt that way when you put your extra pound or 2 pounds down after you get a few drinks. They would just walk away like they didn't want it. And so I stopped tipping, to be honest.
Yeah, I
and
didn't-
when I got a beer. The food was different.
Did
but
you
when-
notice if anybody else tipped?
nobody else tips.
I was watching it.
All right, I'll make note of this because, as far as I know, in Europe they don't do that. Yes, because the people there they pay their employees. In US it works the other way around.
What a
Waiters,
concept.
They
Nobody
don't.
pays you, so you have to.
Yeah.
But here,
No, they pay their employees.
but here,
Panhandle.
when they hire people here, like bartenders, whatever, they tell them most of your money comes from the tip. That's how you earn it.
That's how you get
That is the
excellent
setup
service.
here. That shouldn't be like that.
Well,
That's wrong.
Here's the
You
bottom
only
line.
pay for your food.
Here's the bottom line. If you go out, just for people who are going to watch, don't feel like you have to tip when you get a beer at the
That's
bar.
right.
Just don't tip as you do in US. That's
Which
what
is
I would
which
say.
is good because a pound is like $1.50, $1.75.
Well, what is what is the deal when you're like having dinner?
Yeah, you could. Well, again, it's the same thing. I mean, we
You
did-
don't tip?
Well,
No,
we
you
did.
do.
We did go to a couple places where they put the tip in the actual bill,
Well,
but for the most part, I mean, yeah, you tip still. I don't think you have to tip like you do here. Like
Exactly.
it's
Not- it's the
common.
same.
It's common to do like 20% if you're in LA, anyways.
yeah.
But 15 to 20, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're.
Who sets those marks?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. 20%.
All right, we got to move on. Move on to number one.
All right, number 5 is going through the park is never a shortcut.
This,
Who is lost?
I have to say, was completely put there because Scott always thought there was a shortcut through a park.
There was.
And we would always get lost.
No, I would say let's cut through the park. It's nice.
And
Beautiful park.
and
Well, if you
And
would
then
have ended
Chad
that
would
sentence.
Chad would get all lost, and then really it's his fault.
So, yeah, right.
So bottom line is don't go through the park if you think you're gonna do a shortcut.
yeah, if you think you know where you're going, stay where you're going. Don't
Follow
cut
the
through a
streets.
park.
Follow the streets.
Don't. No.
All right. Sam, you ever been to the park? All right, moving on. Number 6.
number 6 is hamburgers are like meatloaf or McRib.
McRib.
Rib meat. You've had McRibs.
No, I haven't.
You've never had the
I've
McRib?
never had a McRib.
I never heard of it.
Anybody in their right mind would not want to have a rib.
That's probably.
I agree.
I'm
I agree
gonna
with
say
you on
this,
that.
though.
Yes.
I really did like the McRib way back when. I haven't had one in years.
It
but-
may be the most processed meat
Ever.
in the United States.
Yeah. So if you're gonna have a burger in London, it's all gonna taste kind of meatloafy, that texture, the meatloafy, McRibish kind of texture.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like
weird.
moist and wet?
Yeah, it was good.
That's
but
what
it's,
she said.
It's always cooked well. It's always cooked well. They never ask you how you want it cooked. Now this is just the burger.
Just a burger.
Just the burger. We never had a steak when I was
Never
a
had a
kid.
steak.
I was afraid to get a steak after the burger.
I wouldn't
Why?
have a steak after a burger.
Why?
It was an interesting. It wasn't a bad burger. It was just an interesting.
I was
taste.
craving a real burger when I came back.
Yeah, we went to In-N-Out Burger when we got back.
Oh,
typical,
well, now you're
typical. Guys, it's not
in and
nice.
out.
Yeah.
There's a burger.
You need to adapt to the culture you are trying to
Listen,
mingle with.
it's not a bad burger. It's not an American burger. Especially when you go to a restaurant that says American burger, and then they give you this, and then you just want to say that's not an American burger.
You may want
Did
to
you
watch
say
out.
anything to them?
No.
and they would slap them around.
It was still good.
How dare you call
It's
this
just
an
different.
American burger?
Yeah.
We felt like it. We felt like it. But
Yeah.
also be wary of when they say American style pizza.
It's not really American style pizza.
What is it?
It's chicken and whatever else they want to put on it.
And it's usually like a flatbread kind of thing. Which
number
is, I mean,
7?
again, still good. Yeah, Sam's just like, screw you guys, just move on.
Number 7. I've had enough of this burger crap.
All right, go to 7.
Number 7 is shopping at Harrods is more expensive than shopping on Rodeo Drive.
Wow, isn't Harrods like the number 1 big gas?
It is, and I will tell you this. And
It
here's
is
an
super
example of how
expensive, I know.
expensive it is.
Yep.
Diesel jeans. I just wanted to go buy a pair of jeans. I just need a pair of jeans.
Why would you buy them there?
Well,
Good
I
question.
needed to just have a pair of jeans.
Yes.
So I ended up buying some later on, but we were at Harrods, and there was a pair of diesel jeans, which I think you can get here for $50-$60 maybe.
That much?
No, 140 to start with.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, where she shops, maybe.
Yeah, she must be on Rodeo.
You are talking about discounted rate, like if you go to.
So, well, either way, even if it's say it's 140, these were 300 pounds.
It's like $500.
300
ridiculous.
pounds.
When you
for
buy,
a
you're
pair
gonna
of
say this.
diesel- I've
I
seen
bought
these
it from
jeans.
Harrods.
Yeah, it better have the
only
Harrods
thing you can
it
say.
better have Harrods tag on there
They are
and gold
special.
trim.
I was looking at a T-shirt not too far away from the jean rack, and it couldn't have been any different than what you're wearing right now. This was Scott.
This was $50.
149 pounds, which I thought was
Was
a little high.
You were
Was it
lucky to
laughing
step
when
in
you
there.
bought anything?
I didn't.
No,
I
I-
didn't buy anything. We just ate there.
Yeah.
And how much was that?
The food is okay. Food's not bad.
I love the tea and the
Still,
scones.
still a
All
little
right.
overpriced.
I love it.
I'm bored. Number 8.
Oh. All right, number 8 is.
Come on.
One company owns all of the cool pops downtown. Chad, why? Who?
Tell
us.
It's Taylor Walker.
Yeah, how do you know this, Chad?
Exactly.
I know this because all the menus are the same, and it says owned by Taylor Walker.
That's what gave it away.
So here's the thing. So our last trip was really just to get to as many pubs as we could in the 6-7 days we were there.
I see.
So we went to 27 different pubs
27?
when we were there. And I would
crazy.
say about half of those, at least half of those, were owned by Taylor Walker.
Wow.
But they're all around the that central London area.
So Taylor Walker is like a big thing over there. Like here we have Taylor Swift, so she's probably faster than Taylor Walker.
It sounds like it. At least
There's a drum.
What's in a
You
name?
got a trumpet on that, I think. Very nice. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Very nice.
Very, very.
I'll have our
job, Sam.
crack editor add it
But that
there.
does not take away because they do have different beers. They have and it's obviously they used to be owned by somebody else, so the architecture and everything inside is different,
Right.
and it looks really nice and it's really old and nice, but it's
don't
it's all
expect
Taylor Walker.
Don't expect to get a variety of food.
Yeah, it's all the same
You've
food.
been to one place. You've been.
All right, number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9 is want free Wi-Fi while cruising around the city. Go to Istanbul then.
Yeah, I think
right.
London's
All
behind
right,
the times
so
here.
What was
I don't
that
know what
about
that question
Wi-Fi?
was, but here,
He
if
wants
you want free Wi-Fi,
Number 9 is pretty much want free Wi-Fi, right? Okay. Shh. These guys are driving me crazy. Okay, if you want free, like easy, breezy, whatever city
Stop
stuff,
ad-libbing.
Istanbul's all about.
if you want free Wi-Fi, expect to sign your life away. That's basically.
In London, but if you go to Istanbul, no.
We're not talking about this.
Well,
Isn't
I'm
the
trying
Istanbul
to. Go to Istanbul.
show.
Yes.
All right.
that
So
was the
basically, if you want free Wi-Fi, they don't have it's not quite the same. In America, it's pretty easy to get your free Wi-Fi pretty much anywhere. On top of that, you only have to sign in once, and then usually when you hit it, you're already in for the most part.
Right.
Out there, it's quite different.
Quite
different.
In fact,
How?
I would almost say that their technology must be extremely advanced because as soon as you walk out the door, you're cut off.
Yeah, it's
They're like,
amazing. You can go next door and you're no longer connected. It's amazing.
Does it still show up on your list of?
No. Well,
Wow.
it just depends. I mean, some places have the same carrier or whatever, the same Wi-Fi carrier,
like hotspot.
same thing, but you have to sign in every time. And it's just, I don't know.
It's pretty-
It's not as easy there as it is here for Wi-Fi. So
Do people
letting
text
you
and
know.
drive like they do here?
No, they take
Hardly
taxis.
anybody drives there. It's all taxi.
Do the taxi
Or you
drivers
walk
text
too.
and drive?
Plus, you do walk a
Well,
lot
yeah,
there.
if the taxi drivers are doing it, that's
cool.
That's a problem.
All right, number 10.
Number 10, our final and last only one that's
This
left.
is
last only one.
warm beer sucks.
Warm beer
Yeah.
sucks.
I don't care if I'm in London. Warm beer still sucks. I don't care how you.
Yeah, even if it makes it feels like you should have warm beer there, it's really is still bad.
Look, I know that you guys, like me, are big fans of English culture, and since you're big drunks, I don't understand why you don't like.
No, you know what?
The warm beer there.
Okay, I won't say it sucks because it does seem like it probably should be at room temperature or whatever it is, but I still prefer a cold beer over a warm
That's
one.
what you're used to.
But
It's
that
all
being
about what
said,
you're used to.
I love the whole
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
choo-choo.
No.
No,
This is a family
No, because
show.
we just did our beer episode. So
Yes.
we were talking to what was his name, Chris, right?
Chris Roach. Don't
So
forget
Chris-
to go back and watch the beer episode.
So Chris was
Learn
telling
a
us,
lot about
and
beer.
we already knew this. They pump it there. It's not CO2.
They pump it.
right. So they pump
right.
it. There.
Everybody do this. Come on, pump it. Hey,
I'm
you
not
too,
doing
Sema.
it.
So Sema actually
It doesn't look good.
You're the only
The only one we want.
should be doing it.
That's a drum roller.
At any rate, so yes, so even though it's cool and you expect it, it's still like, I just want a cold
Again,
beer.
you're
I don't
used
like
to
it.
it. If you were born there, you would be like, oh, I'm all about
No.
that beer.
I still like
don't
it.
say no.
I still
Room
like it.
temperature, okay, but we had a it was a warm beer in Fulham.
My question, was it crowded in every pub?
No.
Oh,
I have. All right. I think we've established that warm beer sucks. Last thing, because we are way over.
We're about 2 minutes over.
okay, continue.
All right.
Yes,
And
please.
2 minutes and 26 seconds, huh?
What's this about ducks?
They look English. they even look like English.
That was
With
the
their
bonus.
manner.
Let's get to the most important question.
Most important. What the hell is this about ducks?
You know, if you can imagine an English duck, what a duck would look like,
Quack.
If you were English,
and you saw it, you would just know it's an English duck. I can't.
Do they
even
have bow
explain
tie?
it.
Quake.
I can't explain it. You just have to
No,
go
do they-
there, and when you look at the ducks, you'll be like, "Yep, that's an English."
Hold on.
Just
Do
Do you have any
bow
kind
tie?
of hint?
no bow ties, no canes.
I did see the biggest swan I've ever seen in my life there, though.
They're elegant, huh?
And it looked
It was
English.
huge. Yes, very English.
And he was drinking a warm beer.
Is it
He would have to watch. He
So
would have to watch his
To
head.
sum it up, what is it?
Yeah,
London?
sum it up.
Listen, I love London. I plan on going there every year.
You gonna
yes.
take me next time?
The difference
Yeah,
is
why not?
The difference is that just don't expect what you expect here.
You
I
agree?
think that's obvious, but even the simple things were just different.
What's the best food you had there?
Fish and chips. Bangers and
yeah.
mash was good too.
Were the
Your
fish and chips
classics.
really awesome?
Yes, because they give you a whole freaking fish there.
The only thing it's missing is its nose.
Really, they give you the whole fish there.
Bones and everything?
Yeah, I had some bones, of course.
Wow.
But no, it's deboned.
I like the
They
debone.
tried to debone
Yeah,
it,
but
but
you-
you're gonna eventually hit.
So we
one or
love
two or three or
London,
four.
pretty
Yes.
much.
Love
All
it.
right.
Yes, we love it, but that's the difference. So if you can plan on going to London, read this, go through this list again if you have to hit replay. But yes, these are just really good tips. There's actually, we have like 20 different things, but
Wait, were these tips or were these basically observations?
I think they're observations, but it's
Definitely
tips so that they know that it's not going to be.
I have a
what they
tip. Don't
think,
go
maybe.
drinking with these guys, or else they'll piss in your beer because you didn't tip them.
Exactly.
No, I tipped a lot.
Okay,
We got the dirty lips.
I think
because you
it
didn't
tells
tip
you.
enough.
Go to London, you will love it overall. That's the point.
Yes. We love you, London.
Chop chop. Tip,
London.
tip, pop, and all that bop.
All right.
Go to the museums too.
Stop it. All right, that is our list for Sam Labrati, for Chad Tomasso, for Sema Batuk, and for myself, Scott Tomasso. We will see you next time, and make sure to subscribe and go back and watch it again and learn if you're going to go to London.
Oi!
Audio.
Oi!
No, that is Australia, I think.
No, that's English. Oi!
What the hell are you doing there? I don't. All right. Quick.